Hello YouTube, I'm Latettparty and this is Bloodborne Blind Playthrough Episode 3. Technically this is the fourth time I've sat down to play this game, but my third bit of playing didn't get recorded. I tried but failed. Rage. As you can see here, I'm not going to be cutting out the load times, it's just too much time and effort and I've been really pressed for time lately, working day and night in the old regular job. Ideally this video would have been up on Wednesday or Thursday past, but we're already starting to overshoot certain times. Doesn't really matter because I'm still at low views, don't have a great deal of subscribers, so you know, I doubt anyone's necessarily waiting on the next installment of the gameplay and my random shit talk. But hopefully we will. I'll start getting ahead of myself, doing more videos, having them ready and waiting to go. Yes, as you can see, in episode 3, which you're currently watching, I need to start referring to the one that didn't record properly as episode 3. But in this one, that last bit of gameplay, which no one will ever get to see, I did start to become more familiar with this area of the game, the beginning area. Still in the beginning area, but become more familiar. Definitely think I'm improving. Made a few purchases to clothing and whatnot. But the next bit of footage that I add up, should I say, if I wasn't getting so tongue-tied. The next bit, episode 4, is going to be good. Episode 4, I believe, is when I defeat the first boss in the game. Which, if you've played this game, yeah, probably doesn't sound too impressive. You've been there, you've done it before. But if you haven't, if you're someone who hasn't played Bloodborne, you stumble across my video, you know, it's a video you're going to see me failing at it. A lot of videos online seems to show these experts at the game. I'm not an expert by any means. That's what I like about the blind playthrough. I suppose people could argue that, well, you're going to show people making all the mistakes. Is that a bit boring to watch? I don't know. I think it lets people see that you just need to work at it and just really continue at it. Where these expert sort of videos, if you watch that and you see someone just running and kicking ass throughout the whole of the game, and then you pick the game up and realise, oh damn, I've died a load of times. I'll just put this game down, don't really like it. Feeling inadequate compared to some people out there. Not the case. I would say most people struggle like hell. I'm on a few community boards with the game, and one of the boards is just constant people asking for help, and that's fine because that's how the game is. Another thing, I don't know about other people, but I don't know if it was that I got so used to running around this area and wasn't 100% sure obviously where to go next. I kind of thought when you beat the first boss, which I'm not going to say where it is as you'll see it in the video, but when you beat the boss I kind of thought, okay, boss beat, on to the next area. Doesn't necessarily play out like that. And then that sort of left me a bit stumped. It was like, oh, okay, a bit more running around the area. But, as always, gradually got step by step a bit further each time. I really love a good strategy, and I do like waiting at the top of these stairwells because it doesn't matter how many enemies there are. If you funnel them in, you can just take them out one by one, a bit like King Leonidas did with his men in the 300 movie. There we go. They're not getting a chance to surround me. They're just coming up one by one, easy to take out. Just wade through this body of corpses. Still not 100% on the whole idea of chatting to these people behind doors. It might lead somewhere. Maybe it's just a little thing they've put in the game, but it doesn't actually, doesn't actually go anywhere with it. You're just told piss off from everyone, essentially. Out of all the standard enemies, I would say Pitchfork guy there is the most annoying for me. At this point, just trying to rack up some of those blood echoes. Not really sure what I can spend it on though. I'm maybe just saving them up for no real reason. I was kind of hoping that the next time I go back to the Hunter's Dream that there would be some new items there possibly to purchase. That could be a waste of time. But if we don't try, we'll never know. And I've tried killing a load of these guys in the hopes of a petrol bomb drop. It just never seems to happen. Maybe the old Molotov cocktails there are only for purchase. Nearly 3,000 blood echoes. That might be the highest amount I've earned in the game in one play so far. I can't remember the bit of footage which got lost. Oh, he didn't take his time finding me there. When I first met the enemies here with the sword, I thought that they were going to be a bit harder, just because they move a bit quicker than some of the other enemies, but nah, they're every bit as easy. All these guys, the dogs, they're all like one tier to me. The guys with the guns, the dogs, the pitchfork guys, the guys with the flaming torch, the ones with the swords, they're all one level, the easiest level. Then from that I would say, well, I would put crows in that category too. Who else? That might be it, just based on memory and not what I can see on the screen. Then I would say troll. I'm calling them a troll anyway, I don't know if they have an official name or what. But the guys with the brick in the hand, that's another tier up. And then the fat guy was just kicked my ass in a previous video multiple times. I would say he's tier 3. I'm going to say with the troll, in with the trolls is probably the werewolves. And because I'm at this early stage in the game, that's really all the enemy types that I fought so far. It should be interesting to see that the further you get in the game and the new enemy types that you face, do they, ramp up and you go, okay, this is what I would class as like a tier 4 or a tier 5, they just progressively get more difficult, or because you're hopefully leveling up and getting stronger as your character progresses, does it still stay within that sort of, tier 1, 2, 3, and then these early enemies, they just become ridiculously easy, one shot everyone, or maybe you get so far in the game that these enemies simply no longer occur and you're always dealing with like a sort of a 3-4 tier system. Ones that put up a little bit of challenge, middle amount of challenge, hard, and then boss level. And that's all the hard work of 3000 Echo gathering gone. But at this point you can't really be too annoyed by that. It's easy to see that you're gonna die. I don't know why I didn't go back to the Hunter's Dream. I kind of thought, I'm on a bit of a roll. I know what I'm doing at this stage. And there you still get taken out. That's disappointing. He's a free one, that's just to get the Blood Echo count started again. Nice wee plus 48, easy peasy. I was trying to hit him into the fire, but it just didn't happen that time. Back to my safe haven. Is it? I don't know what I'm doing. Are these guys noticing me earlier now, or what is going on? I used to think they were pretty blind before. You are dead. I can't hang around here too much. I'm getting sick and tired of this. Hanging about and being cautious. These guys are all easy to take out. Well, I'll say that they're easy now after being destroyed for a few hours in the game. There's Sly Shout of Guns N' Roses been defeated. Nice to see they're still putting him in games. He's still relevant. Right. 4 of those guys were still able to defeat me. Then I certainly don't want to be taking on what looks like 10 or more. Yep, let's just lure this guy on his own. Ooh, 17 pebbles. I don't think I want to do that to each and every one of them though. That would be quite a slow and boring process. Still, it was good to bring one my way. Just to speed things up. Now we've got a group of, is that 3 or 4? 3 coming this way? Yeah, 3. 3 should be easy. Easy-ish. As long as you survive, I'm going to class that as easy. Oh, you just sent your mates to their doom. You were useless. Wouldn't want you as a wingman. Okay. Well, our guy was never going to make it as a baseball player. With a thrown arm that poo. Right, I'm going to take it a bit easy here. Just to get past this section of the game, really need to start making my way forward more. I'm not even going to worry about the Blood Echoes that I dropped. Those 3000 Blood Echoes, I don't think there's anything else I can purchase. I've upgraded all the characters' attire. His body, hat, feet area, all is covered. Bits and bobs have all got new armour. I don't think there's anything else there which I can purchase. I really don't think that, you know, playing longer at the game and then and going back there is going to spawn anything new to purchase. I think at this stage I really need just to be making it further in the game itself. Like, people keep talking about how difficult these sort of games are. And it really is throughout the whole game. The tutorial, if you can call it that, isn't great by any stretch of the imagination. Not only that, I mean, you need to look up online how to get co-op in this game. Co-op and inviting a friend into play is available, but that is not explained in this game. And even when you look it up, maybe it's been written in a not so easy to follow way, but even reading it out loud, it's like, whoa, that seems unnecessarily complicated. You have to be within so many levels with your friend. So like, if my friend had played this and they're level 100 and I'm only level 15, I don't believe they're able to play co-op with me, because it would just give me too much of a massive advantage. Just let them run through the game and take everyone out. And let me see, so you have to be within a certain level cap of each other. I think it's maybe 20 levels. You have to have a summoning bell. Somebody else has to have a bell. You both must ring them. You have to put in a code so that player gets to enter into your game. And what the hell? Still smashing crates and coffins in the hopes of finding something useful. There's a troll banging on that door. I'd seen him before. Ah, what's this? What is this? It's worth it. It is worth the annoyance of going to the boxes and breaking them down. Oh shit. I don't even know why. Oh, more? I don't even know why these things surprise me. They're not overly difficult, but as soon as you think that in this game, oh, it's just one lone enemy. Oh, it's just one of the Doogs. It's like, oh Jesus, now I'm being killed by it. Maybe smashing the crates is only useful if you think that there's a way through a gate or something. I'm doing it to try and find items. Maybe that's wrong. I'll not be finding items that way. But it can lead to new areas on the map. And a door we can actually go through. Whoa. I suppose I should have expected that. Shit. I mean, my eyesight's terrible in the dark. Oh, your guy was in a wheelchair. So I had to mess up a disabled person. Right. I like it. I like that there's no... Sorry, just taking a look at this area as I don't know what's around the corner. Yep, I like that the disabled don't get a break in the game. If you're sitting there with a gun in your hand, you're going to get taken out too, just like anybody else. You get no free raid. apart from possibly that wheelchair, but you don't get no free raid in this. Two trolls. No, not for me. Not gonna go down that way. Oh yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so that has led to a lovely shortcut. Right back to the start of the game for me, essentially. Right back to where I respawn every time. So, did I really get further in the game? I mean, I suppose I have. I know I don't want to take on the two trolls, but that's probably the way you have to go. Gotta face that challenge and get through it. To get a bit further, yeah, I think we'll avoid those as long as we can. But then there's the stairway, so maybe we can skip out the trolls altogether, see where this takes us. Here's a stair, no, more stairs, good times. Note to self, guys up in the darkness. What is the point of these ghost things? Like, are they meant to show you what other people have done, or still? I feel as if I'm being stupid here in some way. I just don't get the point of them. They haven't really helped me in any way. They haven't shown me anything. I don't see the point in them. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. This is new as well. No, two wolves, don't fancy that either. See, this is terrible. I've got one way which has two trolls. I don't feel capable of taking those out. I've got this bridge with two werewolves on it. I don't really like the odds there. Taking one out's one thing. It's just when he's backed up with his friend. Now, you may think, why would you want to go down here? I'm just trying to get a look to see what enemies are ahead. A troll and a couple of crows. Well, the crows are nothing. It's the troll there that's the problem. I would rather face that than the two werewolves. I get the feeling this is where I'm meant to go. If I can break him apart from the crows, it's the one enemy. Yes, it's a tougher enemy, but yep, tough. Oh, just being destroyed. I knew it. Oh, I'm shit. Let's see. I really need to get better by using this pistol. It's an element of the game that I just haven't familiarised myself enough with. I'm not willing to take the chances, but I really need to. See, that troll, these enemies on their own aren't so bad. That troll wasn't too bad. Sure, I had to heal, but I would rather deal with one troll. As soon as there's a second one, like on that other pathway that I've just found, instantly put off. Because he almost killed me. I needed the healing and stuff. So if he knocked me to the floor and his friend jumped on, I'm pretty sure it'd be an easy death. It's the same with the werewolf behind me. Dealing with one's okay. Dealing with two seems a lot harder. These crows, it doesn't really matter. I don't find them difficult at all. I mean, they might still get a hit or two in, but nothing to worry about. But it looks as if we're finally getting somewhere. Getting across this bridge. Hopefully this will take us to a new area. Taking in some of the nice views. Shit, something's coming. And there it is. First boss in the game. Right, Cleric Beast. Place your bets. Fight of the century. Okay, maybe not. Just landed. Big swipe instantly on my character. How well or bad do I think I'm going to do? Am I going to be able to almost defeat this thing? Defeat it first time? Get its life down halfway? Am I even going to land a hit? Wow, those hits are pathetic. Well, I have landed hits, so if anyone thought I wasn't, you're wrong. Take your negativity and shove it up your ass. No, I'm only kidding, guys. I could have easily been killed already. Oh, I need to back. I should really be backing off and trying to let my stamina build up. I'm down. This is not. Oh, heal. Dead. And the pain is real. There it is. First boss encounter, Cleric Beast. It was everything I thought it was going to be, which is horrible. How many attempts will it take to defeat that bloody thing? See, this is mod 2. So that thing was laying there like a sack of spuds before. So again in the game it's like, oh well, you have to die, because if you don't die you don't come back to here. It's a bit like at the very beginning of the game. You can slap that werewolf around all day, but you're never going to defeat it. So maybe I was never going to be able to defeat the Cleric Beast. You're set to die, it progresses the storyline. Oh, she's flirting. She's going to be here for me in my time of need. Yeah. Yeah. And she was a doll. Is there a wee innuendo to be made there? Is she a sexy time doll? So the wee dead babies, they worship the hunters then? Okay. Oh yeah, that's good. Use those blood echoes to raise my stats. I had 3,000 at one point, they're gone. They would have been gone being defeated by the boss anyway. This is probably going to get boring, people, if you just want to skip ahead a wee bit, because I'm going to look over each of the stats to try and get my head around what each of them will actually mean for changing the game up for myself. Like, okay, vitality and strength, stamina, that's pretty self-explanatory, that's fine. Blood tinge and arcane, even skill, not really sure. Yep, no new items, thought so. Right guys, I don't see myself defeating the Cleric Beast anytime soon, so I think I'm going to explore the area a bit more, maybe check out where the two trolls are. Hopefully with there being two trolls they're hiding something good, or maybe hiding a shortcut, or you know what, maybe I don't even need to face the Cleric Beast. I just don't know. It's a game that's thrown a couple of different surprises at me, which I would say more typical mainstream games haven't done in the past. I mean, I do think that I have to defeat the Cleric Beast and get across there, but maybe you don't. Maybe there's another way you can go and encounter other bosses or find just different areas in the game. Is this game going to turn out to be... I'm still thinking it was... I kind of thought if you defeat a boss, maybe it takes you to a new area. I kind of thought within the Hunter's Dream, the different headstones, maybe that was like portals to other levels, if you will. But maybe not. Maybe it's just one enormous map that you're gradually exploring and finding shortcuts to, and it all links together. So, the Cleric Beast is scary, and if I avoid it and just make sure to check this world map to make sure that there's no other possible ways to explore the land, then I guess I'll go back and face it. That's hard to take at times. If one troll defeats you, you kind of have to recognise that the Cleric Beast is probably not going to go down anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? If a regular enemy in the game can defeat me still, what hope have I got against that large boss? Now, if only they could have mixed this game of Splatterhouse. I don't know if anyone has played Splatterhouse. Obviously, some people have. I wouldn't say great numbers though. And not the NES or Super Nintendo Splatterhouse, I mean the PS3 Splatterhouse. Because I had played the old sort of 16-bit ones. They were okay. I don't know. I don't even know if they're the type of thing that gets like a cult following. Everyone loves them. I suppose there must be some sort of cult following there. For me, I thought they were okay. Maybe as a kid that was one of those things. They were difficult at the time for me, and it was like, yeah, these are okay. Just okay. But I was interested in the PS3 Splatterhouse because they took that style of game, sort of the goriness and stuff that the originals had. They deal with, you know, slaughtering monsters and different things. But they sort of put it in a... It's terrible that I'm going to keep referring to other games like a God of War. I mean, there was other titles before God of War, which was hack and slash and different things like that. But I just think God of War being that like 9, 10 out of 10 sort of game, and that having the quick time events for like epic kills, that's what I think of, and that was a good game for me. Really enjoyed those. Splatterhouse on the PS3 sort of followed that. you would face certain enemies and you could kill them with like quick time events in pretty spectacular, gory ways. And seeing this troll, if this troll was an enemy in the Splatterhouse game for PS3, you would probably wear down its health, and then just right at the end there'd be a nice little QTE where you would take its brick arm and shove it up its ass. That was the type of thing that Splatterhouse has done, and I thought it was... I'm sort of catching myself on here. To say great, is that wrong? Because it would be perfect in this game. This guy's doing my head in. He's beat me a few times already. Even though I was able to beat that one on the bridge, it's the same type of enemy. This one's giving me difficulty. So you get that frustration build up, and then just whenever you wear down its health, wouldn't it be lovely to just take its arm and shove it up its ass? That is what's great about like God of War and Splatterhouse games and stuff like that. Just at the end you get to really mess them up. But Splatterhouse, with some of the stuff that happened in that wee game, that was quite funny. Like God of War was just straight up, you know, epic sort of, yeah, cutting its throat and cutting its arms off and stuff like that. Splatterhouse done little things which was kind of interesting. Taking things and shoving them in areas and whatnot. I suppose if it was in a God of War style, he would probably take the brick and slam it into the troll's head like 10 to 20 times, just until there's nothing but a paste left behind. That's more, I think that would be more Kratos style. Just ridiculous rage. With the other one, I don't know. I can't find the words to sort of describe it, but just, yeah, you're being impaled with this. Hooray for Allah! They're both taken down. One gives you so much bother, and then you get through the two of them. Right, so these two have been guarding this little entry. Where does this take us to? Not great, is it? Not great, because I can't think where else I'm meant to go. I remember way back near the section when I was first getting familiar with Central Yarnum and that big bonfire. There was a way there that if you go up to the left, go past it, don't take the shortcut down, but instead travel round to the right. That enabled me to drop down somewhere, and I didn't get exploring there, so I might need to go back to that section. Ah, the poor wee Dougs. I love this part of the game where I get to beat the shite clean out of these dogs and they have no chance to fight back. Just channeling my inner Chinese gentleman. Suppose the Chinese guys could take the moral high ground though. Look, we just beat the shit out of dogs to a bloody pulp, then we eat them, so it's a source of nourishment and food for us, so it's all good. You're just beating the shit out of them for blood echoes. Yeah, well, you guys like to eat the meat. I like to beat the meat. Take from that what you will. Hashtag no homo. What's this mangy mutt doing? Some more of the dead babies, yeah. I don't know if I'm a hunter or not. I don't believe I am. I believe I am an innocent man who has been put in this hellish situation but has to defend himself. Surely a hunter knows what he's going out to hunt. I have no clue and I'm shit at it, so no. There's not a great deal of time left on this video, but come back if you've lasted this far, if you've skipped through parts of it, I don't blame you, to get to this end section. Remember this, episode 4's coming, and the Cleric Beast will fall. After a few attempts, of course, but it's going down. Well, I hope so, I think it is. Let's see if it's actually been recorded properly. Yeah, I just think I'll try and ask this guy a few more times to see if he says anything different with his little dialogue choices. There's not a great deal. I wonder what I should purchase or do next that could help make my videos better. Gameplay video ways, maybe an Elgato, something like that. Or if I'm going to do more videos which aren't to do with gameplay and are to do with me like opening things, reviewing stuff. This is great English here, people. I wonder, should I invest in lighting or a better camera? At the minute I'll just be using my phone. I think the sound quality is okay with this little earpiece that I have, but I wonder, should I look into getting better headphones and microphone? Oh, new enemy types as well. How could I forget talking about that? These guys scare me a bit. Gotta dodge around and evade that guy. Yeah, it was at this point I shit myself and thought, going down those stairs isn't going to be good. Don't want to face too many more like him. Maybe I need to upgrade my guy. Shameless plug time. I am Latettparty. You can find me on Twitter at Latettparty. I'm also on Instagram, although I barely use it, at Latettparty. Really, I'm going to have to start using Instagram more. I keep putting it out there on my YouTube channel and there's not a lot going on. What does an average guy throw on Instagram, really? It seems a bit bullshitty, doesn't it? Or is that, no, just me maybe? Sitting here playing games, what are you meant to Instagram about that? Screenshot, you died. I mean, I just don't know. I suppose it should be for things though unrelated to games. That's what I'm talking about with my Twitter. It's not always gaming related. It can just be stuff to do with life. Hi guys, I had an all-you-can-eat Chinese tonight. Here's a photograph of my plate of food that you will not get to eat. Boom. Instagram. Twitter runs pretty much the same, but it's kind of like, I do use Twitter a lot more than Instagram, and if I'm using Twitter and maybe throwing up a photograph, why use both? I don't know. Born in the wrong age, I suppose. And if you're someone that's really going hard at it, they're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. The energy, unless you're just repeating the same shit across all of them. And some of it is shit, like, don't get me wrong, I'd rather put some sort of effort or thought into these things. Some people that I've seen on each of the social medias, it is balls what they put on, I swear to God. And it's funny too, because it's the bullshit that actually gets like likes and retweets and this, that and the other. You can see some hard-working guy and it's like, yeah, just on a 12-hour shift. I don't know. Physically hard labour, whatever he's doing. No one has anything to say to that. It's like, yeah, look at you, busting your balls, working real hard. Yeah, you're not going to get a like, you're not going to get a tweet, whatever. And you'll have some other idiot having a round of toast at the bus station. Whoa, mate, oh, retweets, yeah, oh, what are you liking? Oh, toast outside, it's going to be cold, that's not how my toast, ha ha! All that sort of shit. Social media is ridiculous. I might talk more about how shit social media can be. Probably shouldn't really talk shit about it though, as so many people out there seem to be in love with it. Are they though, or are they just playing the game of life? You know what I mean? Just join in, strap in, join in, play the game along with everyone else. Here's me needlessly looking over the stats again. Still haven't got my head around it. But anyway people, thanks for watching. Any thoughts or comments, please throw them down below. Not holding my breath though. But thankfully we're making progress. We've got two nice guys in the comments. Mr. 2K, he knows who he is. And Gabriel, a nice gentleman I started speaking to, who had commented on some of my Hand of the Gods Smite Tactics videos. So I've been Latettparty. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube that you're watching, all Latettparty, easy to remember. There'll be more videos of Bloodborne coming up, along with other gameplay videos, and of course the monthly discussion about the PS Plus titles, which are due to commence at the beginning of April 2018. So like, comment, subscribe, and see you again next time.